Yeah, it's good to have you on. I wanted to get into your background a little bit before we talk about the Capitals.
He's coming on with us every week, right?
I believe so, yeah.
All right, very cool.
He's going to be a regular guest. So Dylan Strome hails from Mississauga, Canada. Did I pronounce that correctly? Am I close?
Yeah, it'd be like Mississauga, Ontario. But yeah,
okay.
yeah, you got
Mississauga,
it.
Ontario. Okay.
All right.
So I thought, okay, that's probably a sleepy little Canadian town, small population, because I had never really heard of it.
Why, is it huge?
I looked it up. I mean, I couldn't believe the population of where Dylan Strome is from. 720,000 people. I thought.
Well, that was as of 2021. It might be more than that now.
I mean, I had no idea you were from such a booming metropolis, Dylan.
Yeah. It's just outside like Toronto, so it'd be like probably the biggest suburb of like downtown Toronto. So, yeah, it's huge. It's. I mean, I didn't know there was that many people, but yeah, I know it's huge. I know there's like parts that I haven't even been to. So
just didn't even know that. I had no concept of that. So Dylan, it's a young Caps roster. It was finalized yesterday. You got 8 players, 25 or younger, making the opening night roster.
Ooh.
Nice.
Talk about that youth infusion on the team. And
We need that.
Are you thinking like, man, I'm on the wrong side of 25 now? I'm a full-blown vet at this point as you enter year 6 in the league here with the Caps.
I mean, I don't classify myself as that yet, especially with some guys that we have on this team that have been here for feels like forever. But yeah, it's nice to have some young faces in the room and some new guys that maybe the staff or the coaching staff didn't expect to maybe fully be on the team right at the beginning of the year. But credit to those guys. They've had a good camp and they've played well in the exhibition games. And I think everyone's just excited to get started. Obviously, it's a huge game to get it started tomorrow. And I think we got the perfect mix of some youth and some veteran and some guys in the middle. I think that's kind of where I fall. So I'm excited to join these young guys and also kind of help the more veteran guys as well.
So it's your second season with the Caps. You played 81 games last season, scored 23 goals. But before that, you were in Chicago for 4 or 5 years. And as I stare around the room, 3 of us are all wearing free gear we received. And I'm wondering, does Dylan Strome still have some Blackhawks T-shirts, hoodies, or do you just discard it when you go to a new team? What happens?
You got to ditch that Blackhawks gear if you're a Washington Capital, I would guess.
I mean, I think when you move when I moved from Chicago to Washington, I think definitely a lot of stuff either got handed down to cousins or whoever may be friends of the families and stuff like that. So there's you'd be hard-pressed to find a piece of Blackhawks gear in my house right now.
Oh, that's good.
Perfect. So for those that don't know, hockey is the family business for the Stromes. So Dylan's here in D.C. Yeah. His older brother, Ryan, is an Anaheim Duck, who, by the way, has 398 career points.
Right.
And as of last year, your younger brother, Matt, was with the Hershey Bears. I'm not sure where he is right now. You can update.
One more year with Hershey.
Okay, so one more year in Hershey. So the odds have to be so short of even one of you guys to make it to the NHL, let alone 2 of you and another brother
right
in the minors. Do you guys ever sit around back home during summer when you get together and I can't believe that we made it to this point? All 3 of us, 2 on NHL rosters, a third trying to get to one. Do you guys just sit there and reminisce about your younger years playing and where you are now?
I mean, maybe a little bit. I think. I think that's maybe something that we'll do a little bit more of, I think, when we're done playing. Now it's kind of, we're all excited to get back to the season. And, well, first of all, we're excited to see each other when we get home for the summer. We don't get to see each other too often during the hockey season for obvious reasons, living far away from each other. But when we get home for the summer, we're very excited to see each other. And we all work out together, actually, at Ryan's house and in his basement there. We have a trainer come over to his house every day. And so we get to see each other a ton in the summer, which is always great. Not too much talking about, kind of where we've made it and how well we've done. But I think it's more, we push each other to try to be great. And, you want to see each other do really well. And for Ryan and myself, things have gone pretty well in our careers. And, Matt's working his way up there. So we're trying to push him a little extra hard in the gym each time we're there. And, I know he wants to get to the NHL, obviously. So I think we'll do a lot more reflecting when our careers are over. But For right now, we're just pushing each other and trying to be the best we can every day.
How do you get to that point, though? Like, when your parents are raising you, are you getting, like, private lessons at an early age and all that? Or are you guys just natural beasts and you just kind of did the traditional route like every other Canadian kid?
Yeah, I think it's funny you asked that. Actually, my mom was here last week, and I asked her, I was like, when did you, like, kind of know that we were, like, good at hockey? Like, when did that, like, kind of click in for you guys? And she kind of said, like, at, like, 4 or 5, you guys were just, like, head and shoulders above, a lot of people on your team. And so, when you're that young and you're in Canada, and you're really good at, and you're good at hockey, as crazy as it might sound, but, teams are recruiting you to go to the best team. So, we all three of me and my brothers played all 7 years on the Toronto Marlboros, which is, probably the best minor hockey organization for sure in Ontario, but, maybe in Canada. We don't play too much against other provinces in Canada, but for sure in Toronto, that's kind of where everyone wants to play. And so luckily for us, we played all 7 years there from minor Adam. So that's when you're, I think, eight or 9 until you get drafted to the OHL at 15 or 16. So we all played 7 years there, and we all, were on very good teams. We won a lot of games, and it was one of those things where it's like if you lose a game, something happened where you weren't supposed to lose that game. Everyone wants to beat the Marlies all the time, and I think when you just get put in those positions where you're always on a good team and you're a good player on a good team, you start to get recognized and you start to get well known, and then from there it leads to the OHL draft, and then that's obviously when like scouts are really watching you for the NHL. So I think being good at a young age gets you set up in the right position and right team, and luckily we had some good coaches and we made it to the next level.
Talking to Dylan Strome, Cap Center. They open up the season on Friday. All right, so just real quick, what have you noticed the difference between Coach Laviolette and Coach Carberry? You obviously were under Laviolette just for a season. Now your first season here with Coach Carberry.
Yeah, I think they're just different hockey minds. I think Lavi is very north-south type of hockey. He's a lot about chipping the puck in and doing whatever you can to get after it and go get it. Whereas I think Carbs is a little bit more control the puck. Don't turn it over or don't force it if you don't have anything. Turn it back. We can get new guys on the ice. We can get fresh guys. I think different kind of philosophies behind the bench too. With with in which ways he's deploying guys at certain times of the game. I think. Obviously I've only played 3 games under Carb so far in all preseason, so I'm looking forward to starting the regular season and kind of seeing what we've built throughout camp. And I know we're all excited, and I think especially for some guys that have been here for a long time, I know they're excited to have a new voice in here, and I'm really looking forward to starting on Friday.
Well, Dylan, looks like you'll start the season centering the third line with Milano and Protas. What is your comfort level on the ice with those guys?
Yeah, I played with Sonny all camp. I think we've had some great chemistry. We've scored some goals and set up some nice plays. So I'm very excited for that. Protas just got put on our line actually last practice yesterday. So we're working with him, and I think when he's such a big body, he just controls the puck so well. So I know we're going to chip it in for him, or we're going to set him up for some plays down low, and he's going to hang on to it and hopefully find myself or Sonny, and hopefully we can get a couple goals on Friday.
All right, Dylan. Well, thanks for the time, man. We look forward to talking to you throughout the season. It's Dylan Strome from the Washington Capitals. Best of luck tomorrow against those gross, disgusting Pens as they come into your building.
Looking forward to it, buddy. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Take care. We'll see you next week.
Sure.
All right,
That's
bud.
Dylan Strome.